All right, this is video 35, and I have the fantastic Brady Campbell with me. If you don't know him, he is a photographer and local and a wonderful person. So I don't know if anyone has seen or heard or watched Drunk History, but we decided we do our own we just opened the bottle.
I swear.
So anyways, Brady, would you tell me a little bit about yourself? Anything you want to add about what you do?
I have been a photographer. I've been a photographer here for a long time. I think I just hit my 20 year. I have been shooting in the Coeur d'Alene area for photographing for 20 years. From babies, maternity, seniors, families, corporate stuff. I did do weddings. I have wedding. So that's been a change. But I can't go anywhere without knowing somebody through the circle of, I don't know. I feel like there's no degrees of separation here, but it's been amazing. So I am so thankful. In 2006, I sold one of my studios and I went down to San Diego and became a financial planner. It was a little out of my comfort zone. I mean, I showed up like this and they didn't think, I don't know, financial planner, but I stuck it out for 10 months just to prove that I could do it. And then I opened up my studio, came back, and been open ever since, and just love it.
Yeah,
it's awesome. But that's
if you're not following what he does, please do. He is one of the most creative people that I've only known him for a short amount of time, and one of the most creative people I enjoy following and seeing what he's doing. Tell us what your favorite thing and your least favorite thing is about your job.
Okay. I think that's easy. The favorite thing would be the freedom. The freedoms that come with owning your own business. We know this, like freedom to make my own schedule, freedom to work when I want to. That's not just schedule, but like if I need the money or if I don't, or I've got freedom to be myself in my job. So, I mean, I have not had to fake it. I probably faked it a little bit in the beginning, to get started. I remember dressing differently for every client that came in. That was like exhausting. Now I can just be myself after I gained the respect of the people. So,
wow.
No, it was exhausting. Somebody be coming in and I'd be like, oh my gosh, I got to suit up, or somebody come in and I was like, oh, I got to go more casual. I got to dress down. I mean, I change 3 times a day sometimes. Nobody knows that, actually. I think that's the first time I've ever said that.
That is amazing.
But I became such a chameleon that I almost forgot who I was. So over the years, I've gotten all of this back. So
I love all of this. Cheers to that.
Cheers. Cons.
Yeah.
The cons, I would say you're emotionally attached to something. If it's like your hobby or your passion, I started out as a hobby and a passion. Like it had nothing to do with making money. I mean, people threw money at me in the end, and that's what started this whole thing. But yeah, the cons are, I'm like, what are the cons again? I actually have a pretty great job. No, that I'm emotionally attached to everything I do. I'm emotionally attached to when you're emotionally attached to something and there's a lot of expectation that come from each interaction or each relationship, you have a lot of letdown, a lot. And so this is not just a job where I just created a product because I was an entrepreneur. I started photographing people for money because I was photographing people anyway because I loved it. So I would say I fight every single day to the history of it without, like, I don't want to give up anything for the dollar. I mean, obviously I have to compromise a tiny bit. If somebody comes in and says, I want something a little more traditional, I might say, okay, I can work with that or whatever. But for the most part, you go around looking for people that already are in line with what you do and who you are. And it's a very happy existence. But I just don't let too many things creep in that maybe sever that emotional passion that I have for it. So
yeah, that's good. How has this quarantine affected your job?
Well, I don't have a job, so there's also nobody here. I have no feedback. No, I obviously lost my job. I wasn't able to take pictures anymore, and the pictures that I did have on the books, a lot of those people became a little fearful, so they canceled their appointments
Oh, yeah.
onto it. At the beginning of this thing, I was very panicked. I was so scared that I became like paralyzed, in my home. And I remember spending hours on the phone with people that I knew would be more prepared than I was. So I called them up and I'm like, you already know that this isn't prepared, and I haven't stored up enough food. I have not found one roll of toilet paper since I've been out and about. So that's exciting. But I have friends and family that hooked me up.
Okay, good.
Yeah, no, I mean, actually, I went into Costco, and I was there at 10:10 a.m. And I remember they had 7 pallets of toilet paper, and it was gone by the time I got in at 10:10. So you had to be there camping out at like 7 a.m. to get it. So I went in and I was like, they were like, oh, you want a roll of paper towels? I was like, yeah, flush that. That's not going to work. But I went to the back of the store and there was a wall of the toilet paper for like corporations, and there were like 5,400 feet of toilet paper. It's like half ply. It's not even 1 ply or 2 ply. It's like, you gotta wrap that sucker around for a while. So about 300 feet, and I'm gonna get a good little cleanup job out of this. So I bought some of those, and I thought I was really clever. I was like, man, how did they not know? Like, look, this whole wall is full of this amazing, I don't know what you want to call it. It's like clouds, really, and not the good kind.
Yeah,
so,
we had to do eBay, so we had to get it from eBay.
Yeah, no, and that's great. And I went on to Amazon. I just did everything too late, partially because I was run by fear a lot when I was younger, and now I'm trying not to. So I took in a lot of information about what was going on with this pandemic, and I took in a lot at first, and then I kind of had to slowly wean off of the information that was creep in, because I still have to provide for all these kids. I still have to be creative. I have to be internally content. So I can't let the fear take over completely for me. Well, everybody has their own story, I know. So
well, with that, what is the first thing Brady's going to do as soon as I know we're lifting things, but as soon as everything is lifted, what will be the first thing that you're going to do?
Well, first, I think I'm going to go back to my roots, and I think what I'm really going to do is like pick up the camera again, put it also near my heart and in my heart, and I'm going to shoot everything that I can possibly shoot. This is renewed my passion again. It's given me a newfound perspective on life, where you're actually looking from the inside out, like legitimately, because I've been stuck in this house, I'm going to take pictures, lots of pictures. I'm going to take some for money. I'm going to take some not for money. I'm going to try new things. I'm just going to surrender to the 18-year-old version of me. I'm going to let it happen. It's going to be great.
Fantastic. Okay. So what
are you laughing with me or at me? Because I wasn't laughing.
Oh.
So I was wondering. Yeah, but I could join in if you just would give me a heads up. Like we could have some sort of hand signal. Got it. I had to try it out once.
So what would be the one piece of advice you would give a younger Brady?
I mean, that's really easy. It wouldn't have been easy. And cue the accent off. I would tell younger Brady to legitimately don't sweat the small stuff, and that is not just like a cool meme, but literally my priorities have gotten straightened out through this whole thing. With the thoughts of losing my house and food and money, and I was preparing my kids that they might have to go live with their mother full time or live with their grandma full time, and I started thinking, did I spend enough time with my family? Did I prioritize things properly? And so the younger version, go love your people all the time. Don't hold back because it feels corny. For my 18-year-old boy, it feels weird for me to be like, I don't love you, son. Especially when I'm wearing this. I'll just love you. Tell daddy you love him too. But so we don't talk a lot like that. But now through this, I just tell them how it is. I just love you so much, son. I can't wait to see you. I want to, let's hang out. And so I would tell the younger version, like, just make your people super hard and spend as much time with them as humanly possible. And don't let the rat race get in the way.
Yeah.
So.
Great advice. Great advice. So, how can the community support you right now?
They have been. So when I was going back to when I was paralyzed at the beginning of this whole thing, I didn't know what to do, calling out my friends. I didn't know how to make money. I didn't know if I was going to deliver pizzas. I mean, honestly, everything I thought of just paralyzed me more. It was just, I had so much anxiety and stuff going on about this. So once my pride was finally like, okay, like, Brady, like, you've literally photographed this place for 20 years, all these people. I have poured more time and energy into this thing than I should have. So I finally just lowered my pride and asked my clients, would you guys be willing to give me some upfront money to keep me in business? Just like the doing, just on a larger scale. And I will discount your photo package heavily on the back end. So people have just come to me and just, I mean, I'm not making an excess, but enough to stay afloat, which has been really, really great. I'm super thankful. So on the back end, I'm going to be, giving a bigger discount than I have probably in 20 years. So but still, the community has supported me. I'm super bummed that I haven't supported the community more, but that's because I was ill prepared. So yeah. I'm bummed. And next time anything like this goes down, I'll be more prepared to step up. So
that's awesome. So leave us with one piece of positive advice.
I mean, I thought we already did that to my younger you.
Well, just
one
positive and happy, especially during right now.
Don't worry. Be happy when you're. No. But literally stop worrying so much. I mean, we have enough stuff to quote unquote get anxious about or worry about or get depressed about or whatever. But we do have to stop taking things so seriously that we're just tossed by the waves of life. And I think the things that matter to me now are just the people in my circle, taking care of and honestly, that includes my business too. My clients are very close to me. I've, become family with a lot of them, but just to make sure that everybody knows how important they are. That's really, so that anytime it's your time to go, that sounds dark, but that you could go happily, peacefully, because you literally, you did what was important in this life, which was love the people around you. So
I love it.
I mean, I honestly would not be saying any of this if I didn't have these cool rose-colored glasses on. But my 16-year-old daughter lent them to me this morning.
Oh, that's awesome.
She didn't even, you know what? This is what's great about my family. She didn't even say, Dad, why do you need these glasses? No, she just pulled them out of her bag and she's like, yep, here you go, Dad. I know.
She knows her dad.
Or something like that. I don't know. So anyway.
Thank you so much.
Do you have any advice for me? Can I learn something?
Oh gosh. Keep being so positive. I love your energy to our community. So keep giving your artistic energy and positivity because it's great. It's appreciated.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
No, thank you.